India fascinates with its colors, flavors, smells. Everything is very lively. If you allow yourself to feel all that, you can try to perceive the soul of the Indian culture. It is a very ancient soul that has developed a research for spirituality still existing today, something that the West has partially lost, and perhaps that is worth looking for. Rishikesh, here the Ganges, or Ganga as the Indians call it, leaves the Himalayas and begins its long journey through India. Water is life, and it is one of the elements that make up the whole. It is a fundamental instrument of purification for human beings. It is also one of the 7 gifts that were presented to guests, as well as the 7 bowls are symbolic offering to deities. And that's why the Indian sacred sites are often located near rivers. Ganges is one of the holiest. India can be a teacher of life, can provide suggestions coming from the ancient art of investigating the transcendent, and especially the relationship that human beings can have with it. The path of reunification between what in Sanskrit is called Jivatman, personal energy, and Paramatman, universal energy. A few miles downstream, Haridwar, one of the most important holy cities to Hinduism. People meet here, pray and play without contradictions. Purification and fun coexist in the same sacred water. Water represents the transition between the immanent and the transcendent, between the individual and the absolute. Every evening in Haridwar, Ganga Aarti, a ceremony in which the Brahmins offer light and fragrance to the water of the Great Mother, is celebrated on the banks of the Ganges. According to the legend, Ganga, the mother of all rivers, once lived in heaven, but was invoked down on earth by the faithful to end a terrible drought. Since then, it flows through India with its water, providing people with happiness, wealth, fertility and health. Waiting for Ganga Aarti, the evening ceremony, life goes on among 1,000 activities. Faithful leave gifts in the water of sacred river. Leaves and flowers carry flames entrusted with prayers and invocations. The breath of man is reflected in the universe, in the three phases of inhalation, retention, exhalation, corresponding to creation, preservation, and destruction, just like the Om vibration symbolized the Trimurti. A as Brahma, O as Vishnu, M as Shiva. After sunset, fire and water meet in ceremonies officiated by the Brahmins. Young and old people, men and women, assist with participation, and the community finds unity in their own identity.
घर परिवार में सुख शांति देना, दीपदान, गंगा जी का स्नान, गंगा जी की आरती, गंगा जी की पूजा, मन इच्छा दान, गंगे माता से विकार करना, बोलो गंगे माई की जय चढ़ाओ।
The circular hand motion draw a cosmic chakra, wheel of becoming. Life runs quietly in Palitana, a place sacred to Jainism, the religion of equality and universal love. People are curious and friendly. Shatrunjaya is a complex of 863 temples built more than 900 years ago. The elevation from the base of the hill to the top is of about 600 meters. There are 3,572 steps to reach the summit. Elderly people are carried by means of sedan chairs. Jain faithful, after days of fasting to clean their bodies and souls, trudge along the staircase leading to the temples on the top. They leave sacred offering along the road. Once reached the summit, they collapse exhausted but purified. Entrance to the temple is prohibited to those who wear clothes made out of animal skin. Jain feel great respect for all living creatures. They practice a strict vegetarian diet. At the entrance of the temple, you can buy flowers and garlands of flowers for offering. Pilgrims follow the perimeter of the temples, thus preparing their encounter with the divine. Others pray in the chapels by making small swastikas with grains of rice. Temples are just one thing with the mountain, the link between earth and heaven, body and spirit. All pilgrims, once descended from the mountain, are imposed on their forehead with a red tika, the symbol of the third eye, and receive some coins as a gift. Gifts express universal love, gratitude from the one offering towards the one receiving. Situated at the basis of the sacred hill of Girnar. Climbing the hill of Girnar represents the desire of approaching the principle of absolute and a purification at the same time. The mountain is the symbol of a cosmic axis that unites human life to the afterlife. 10,000 steps separate the faithful from the summit. Along the way, sacred and profane meet together. The atmosphere is sometimes that of an excursion. People often ask the stranger about his nationality or request him to take a picture together. The approach to the summit is marked by sacred shrines that represent necessary steps for everyone who is making his own path of spiritual elevation. Kiosks have various shapes and colors, and some are simple painted stones. A short stop is a moment of physical and interior rest, sometimes with the comfort of a drink. Temples, the deities venerated by pilgrims are keys that open the mind to the absolute. The poet Tagore sang, the traveler has to knock on many foreign doors to get to his own, and must travel to all the outer worlds to finally reach the most sacred shrine inside his heart. The temple of Tonde is situated in the remote valley of Zanskar, populated by people of Tibetan culture and ethnicity on a rocky promontory. It is inhabited by monks of Gelugpa sect or Yellowheads, the main current of Himalayan Buddhism. During the short summer here, like in almost all monasteries, the cham is performed. It is a show of different humanity, in which the religious aspect is linked to the profane in great harmony and serenity. The Lama attends the cham performing its major acts like the blessing of the animals and the launch of barley that refers to fertility rites. It introduces the most important moment of the festival, the sacred dance of the monks that tell the faithful of the eternal struggle between good human consciousness and evil. Choreography becomes a mandala ritual, a prayer, meditation, reflection, in which the main actors, the wrathful deities and the peaceful ones, are demonstration of static and dynamic omniscient mind, the Buddha, and at the same time the bright and dark aspects of the human beings. While dances are close to the end, the evil has been exorcised in the torma that the leading Lama brings out of the sacred enclosure. Torma, a votive object that can have positive or negative meaning, is made of wood and yak butter with the addition of the ashes of cremated bodies. It is a task of the Lama to destroy the torma. It has imprisoned all the evil forces of the community: hatred, ignorance, greed, arrogance, envy. A journey is maybe not sufficient to discover India and its culture, carved in drops of light.